The drama continues as the renovation continues as well. And today's a very exciting video because I'm going to be showing you 2 days of where my good friend Dave, almost called him my best friend, but that title's already taken sadly, is in my house renovating away. 15 grand house that is, in rural France. And he is putting in more insulation. The progress is going to be insane. I can't wait for you to see it in this very video. And just a heads up, I'm going to be answering 5 viewers' comments that were previously left, addressing some drama, some negative Nellies in 3 of them, and then 2 lovely comments by some people that actually have common sense and seem like decent human beings. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Nous voila in at the 15 grand house, and Dave's having a little clear up to start the day nice and fresh. Great idea, Dave. And I think we should just get right into the wonderful comments today, starting with a beautiful one. Maybe consider getting a job. Everyone knows renovations can be expensive, especially when you buy a shell of a house. Fantastic advice. Why didn't I think of it before? The solution to all my problems. Just get a job. Oh, yes. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, everyone. I'm going to go out and do a little job hunt, because there's plenty of jobs. Just pluck one out the air and probably make 2 to 3, maybe even 4 times less money than I'm making now. Great idea. Lining me up to be a roaring success. Great, yeah, fantastic. Well, for anyone who doesn't know, YouTube, of course, is my job. Okay, this is a career path. This is a new career path. Well, it's been around for almost 20 years now, but YouTube pays. It pays well. I'm very lucky, of course, to have beautiful, incredible viewers. Beautiful, I shouldn't have said beautiful, that's a little bit, I haven't seen you, I'm sorry. But although you probably are a beautiful soul, but not this commenter, I don't like this one in particular. So no, I won't be getting a job, because that's just lining me up for failure, okay? I don't know where you're from. If you're from the States, I know there's plenty of high paying jobs about, but in the rest of the world, it's very difficult to find a job that's going to pay enough money to sustain the renovation. All right, so I'm very lucky. I make enough money with YouTube, fingers crossed, to sustain the renovation. Okay, some months are good, some months are bad, but I've built this channel over many years, and I'm fine. I'm surviving, and that's the main thing. Okay, and I can continue to bring YouTube videos to many people who watch. So that's what I'm going to keep doing, and if I fail, I fail. Next comment, bad enough, YouTube has a commercial every few minutes, but when you start your vid with a few seconds of content and straight into your own commercial, bye bye. Oh, and I actually answered this one, by the way. Oh, you poor delicate little soul. However do you survive in this cruel ad-filled world? Maybe one day you'll discover that all those commercials are what keep the free content that you consume coming. Shocking, I know. Until then, try not to faint from the overwhelming self-entitlement you possess. So here we have another comment, which is a beautiful one, of course. Nothing wrong with that at all, is there? Well, just to further educate everyone who may not know, when you see an ad, I make money. YouTube makes money, and I make money too, okay? I think YouTube probably gets about 45% and I get 55% of the ad revenue. I think that's the split. Don't quote me on that, but you can look it up. It's public knowledge. And it works out pretty well. Everyone's a winner. YouTube's making money. I'm making money. And with regards to sponsors, of course, I just want to make one thing absolutely clear. The sponsors have kept this renovation going. It's thanks to the sponsors lately that this renovation hasn't had a pause. So fantastic. Thank you so much to the sponsors. As well as you, the viewers, you've kept this going as well. And of course, I do have a Patreon which has equally helped massively in this renovation. So without those three things, this renovation wouldn't be on track. All right, everything's going quite smoothly thanks to a combination of those three things. And by the way, when I mention Patreon, I will be launching a mini series soon on Patreon, which is going to be really exciting. But not yet. So I'm not going to link it just yet, but that's coming very, very soon. And I know people like to look down on YouTubers as if we're jobless, but we're not. This is a job, this is a career, and yeah, the comments are just some people are just don't know, they just don't like it. Don't like people making money, but hey, it takes time to edit videos, it takes money to renovate the place, and of course I do want to say, without friends like Dave, like Billy, like Nick Moon, this renovation wouldn't be happening at all as well. So I do want to say a special thank you to those people who are giving up their time to help. So yeah, there's many moving parts with regards to the renovation. I've had a lot of help, and I recognise that and appreciate that so much. And I appreciate you as a viewer. Even if you're a hater, that's absolutely fine. Just spread love, not hate, okay? But this video is to educate today. So I've educated with a couple of comments, and I will continue to educate. Because some people need educating. Alright, that's it for day one. A lot of talking there. There you go, day one done. I hope you enjoyed me replying to those wonderful comments. And in day two, we're going to continue the work, get straight back to it, baby, and answer a few more comments. But don't worry, there's some nice ones coming up. So without further ado, here's day two. Welcome to day two of the renovation, or day two in this video. Dave's doing a fantastic job of putting in the insulation in the ceilings. He's just going for it. He's just doing every floor at the minute with the ceilings. I think he's doing floor 2 and floor 1, not the ground floor. But yeah, he's doing a great job. The progress is amazing, and I think we should just get into the last of the wonderful comments. By wonderful, I mean not so wonderful. Look, I've been assisting people with immigration from US and UK to France and other countries in EU, and all of them planned to or applied for naturalisation at the soonest opportunity. Since your parents brought you to France as a child and you've been a resident for some time, why in the name of oats and porridge didn't you apply for naturalisation? So far, reasonable. You would be a French citizen now. Anyway, holding thumbs and talking smack about how terrible French bureaucracy is gets you more comments, more views, etc. And that's your game, getting more clicks and more YouTube dollars. Yes, I enjoy getting more YouTube dollars, of course. But to tackle the first part of your comment there, because let's break this down. Why didn't I apply for naturalisation? Why didn't I apply to become a French citizen? Well, first of all, when I was a child, Brexit wasn't a thing, never knew it was going to happen. Secondly, the French website says that the whole immigration progress, you'll get a reply within 6 months, or up to 6 months. Well, if they stuck to what they said, to their own timeline that they've imposed on themselves, then I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have to be looking for a solution anyway, and I could just carry on being just a resident and not a citizen. And as for talking smack about how terrible French bureaucracy is, I was literally just sharing my own personal experience, okay? If that's talking smack, if you interpreted it as talking smack, then I don't know what to say. I could talk smack, but I don't think I did. I think I was quite passive in what I said, in the information that I gave. But I've been in France, I lived in France for over 20 years, and I could talk plenty of smack. There's plenty of things that went wrong in that time, but I don't. I let people form their own opinions based on their own experiences, okay? And just to be clear, France is a lovely country. No country is perfect. Every country has its problems and shortcomings and all that. But France is a wonderful place to experience, to be, to explore. And I will never stop saying that, despite how things have turned out for me. What can I say? I don't know. Is that talking smack? I have no idea. But what can I say? I don't know. You've baffled me. I've been bamboozled by your logic. All right, let's get into some real nice comments this time. Ryan, wouldn't you consider life in rural USA? Yes, I would absolutely love to move to rural USA because the US has some stunning scenery. Obviously, it's a very, very, very big country. I think Texas is probably the same size as France, which is insane. France would fit inside Texas. That's baffling. Yes, I would. I'd love to live there and explore the beauty of that country, and I can definitely appreciate a lot of things about the US, you know, such as the amendments, all of the amendments, but freedom of speech especially. We don't have, in Europe, they don't have amendments which protects freedom of speech and all that stuff. There are laws and stuff, but it's not the same as the amendments. So yeah, I think USA, especially rural USA, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous countryside and scenery and all that, especially the national parks. Wow. I watched Yellowstone. I haven't finished it, but wow. Beautiful national park. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, the answer is yes. But obviously, realistically, that will never happen. Due to many factors, you know, it's the whole immigration thing is just it's not my cup of tea, and I'm lucky now that where I live now is more friendly when it comes to immigration, and yeah, I sorted out my situation in 5 days. Didn't need a lawyer, didn't need a solicitor, just dealt directly with the embassy, and yeah, they issued the visa within 5 days, and all good. So yeah, I'm very happy right now where I am, stress-free, more or less. So that's pretty good. That is really good. And you can see the curtains, by the way, are still going strong in the house. We would never dare remove them, as Dave installs the ceiling insulation. And what this does, this insulation, by the way, for the ceilings, is it dampens the sound between rooms just a little bit, but it also really helps with regards to heat. It helps the heat just stay in whichever room you are heating, which is of course extremely important. So yeah, good stuff. Dave's doing a great job there. What more can I say? Right, let's get into the last comment of the day, shall we? Knowing what you know, would you still buy a house? What would you do differently? Now, this is a great comment because I had to have a little think about, you know, is there something I would do differently? And ultimately, no. To be honest, I wouldn't do anything differently. Things have worked out how they were supposed to. Yes, things came up. Problems arose in the house itself. The condition of the house was way worse than I ever could have imagined, but it's all content for YouTube, and lucky for me, it paid off. You know, after I bought the house, my views went up a fair amount, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. And lucky for me as well, I've got some friends that have stepped up and offered to help out. So without my friends, I'd be done for, you know. And you know, Dave's helped for a while, but this is obviously a temporary solution to a permanent problem. So when I do eventually get back to France, I'll be able to take over the reins and all that stuff. And yeah, that's it really. Well, what can I say? But Dave's been it's been a godsend. It's been an absolute lifesaver. But I wouldn't do anything differently, because thanks to all of the problems that arose, it made for interesting YouTube content, and that's what it's all about really at the end of the day. But the house is going to get done. We're going to see it through, and voila. So hope you enjoyed watching. Hope you enjoyed me putting some of these comments in their place. It makes for interesting YouTube content, I must admit. So that's it for day 2. Oh no. As you've reached the end of the video, I've just lost a light. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. We replied to a few meanies, a few negative Nellies in this video. To be honest, I find it quite entertaining, and I hope you do as well. And it just makes for easy content, to be honest. So that's why I added those comments, and hopefully it clears a few things up as well, in case you were wondering. So there you go. So that being said, I want to love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next video in a few days. Bye for now.